Hi, Juliana. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Jennifer and Mary. Oh, she's not connected yet. Make sure we can. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Mary. Okay. Let's get our slow flow started. Happy Saturday. Hi, Sandy. All right, we're gonna get started on our backs. And if you have a block, take one with you so it's nearby. Okay. So beginning on our backs, just find a comfortable position on your back and leave your block next to you so that you can reach it without having to get up. And just take a moment to settle in. So just taking time to feel that you are here for your slow flow this morning, your yoga practice. And giving yourself a moment to notice what it feels like in your body. Notice what it feels like as you come to the end of this week. And just allow yourself to arrive for class. So it can always be helpful to start your practice with a little body scan. Taking inventory of your body this morning. Just a few more moments here, settling in. And then from this place of connection, of awareness, begin to bring just a little bit of movement back into your body. Allow this movement to be intuitive. And just begin to move in a way what feels good to start to move here. Take just a Another few breaths, moving around just a little bit. And then we're gonna hop right into some core work. And I'm gonna hop on my mat. So if you need a visual, I'll be on my mat for it. All right, so on your back, go ahead and draw your right knee in towards your chest. Let your left leg extend out to the edge of the mat. Good, and just take a couple moments to just draw your right thigh toward your chest. So this is just stretching the right hip a little bit to begin. We'll take 2 breaths here. Just drawing the thigh toward the belly or toward the chest. And then if you can, go ahead and start to lift your chest toward your thigh. So you're pulling your thigh in, but you're also lifting your chest toward your thigh. So finding contraction here. So there's a pulling in and a lifting up, like magnets. Now, if you can, you could interlace your hands on the sole of your foot and really use that to draw the right thigh in as you lift your chest toward your thigh. That's the next step. Okay, so it's like magnets, thigh to chest, chest to thigh. Last step, if you're with me, is to keep your leg just as it is and reach your arms forward. So you really have to contract your abdominals and your thigh here. One more breath in, and exhale, release all the way back down. So you may have even noticed that like my breath got really shaky there. That's pretty intense. So take a big breath in, big breath out. Good. Draw the left knee in. And we start by just stretching the left leg now. So take a couple of breaths. We're just getting into the left hip a little bit. Maybe with each breath, finding a little bit more of a tug of that left knee toward the left chest. And then with the hands interlace on the shin, start to peel your upper body and find that contraction. Thigh to chest, chest to thigh. You can stay just like this, or if it feels good to close that connection, you can interlace your hands on the sole of the foot and really press your hands into the sole of the foot, finding that connection of thigh to chest, chest to thigh. Either stay here or reach the arms forward and see if you can maintain that connection, really firing up the core. One more breath in, exhale, release, rest. Good. Stretch the body out long. So we're going to return to that that shape in our body later in the practice, but we'll be in a different orientation. So we'll be like maybe in a lunge. So you may have noticed that that's kind of like a lunge on your back, a little bit. Okay, from here we're going to bend the knees. Place your block between your inner thighs, high up on the inner thighs, so away from your knees. And we're going to find that adductor, that inner thigh connection that also connects to our lower belly. Okay, so arms are just down by your sides to start. Bring your shins so they're parallel to the ground. Okay, so my legs are in just an L shape here. Lower back is on the ground. Squeeze the block with your inner thighs. Press the low back down, and then consider peeling your shoulders up and just reaching forward. So yes, we're getting into our lower belly region here, but when you squeeze the block, it adds a whole other element. Okay, it's like zipping up the inseam of your body. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, feet come down, rest. Breathe into the lower belly, let it expand as you breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Let's do that again. Bring your shins parallel to the ground. Squeeze the inner thighs onto the block. Find that connection. Press your lower back down as you peel up your shoulders and reach forward. Squeeze the block, reach the arms forward, contract the lower abdominals here. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, rest. Good, let's remove the blocks. Hug the knees into the chest, circle the knees just a little bit here. And from here, drop the knees over to the right side of your mat, finding a nice spinal twist. It should feel pretty good here. Just releasing, stretching the abdominals. And take a couple of breaths in your spinal twist. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Let the knees come back through center. And when you're ready, you'll just simply switch sides. So knees go to the other side. Taking a couple of big breaths on the other side. And one more big breath in. Big breath out. And roll all the way over onto your side. And we're going to make our way up to hands and knees. So however you want to get there. Go ahead and place your blocks at the top of your mat so they're nearby in case you want to use them. And as you come to hands and knees, you can start to find your cat and cow stretches. Yeah, so doing the things that feel good here. I see some heads moving around, stretching the neck. Maybe you drop the mouth open and release your jaw. Maybe you rotate your hands so that you can stretch your wrists. And allow your breath to deepen and start to find that syncing of movement and breath here. So as you exhale, if you're rounding your spine, allow the breath to extend through the whole movement of your spine rounding. Good. 2 more breaths here, exploring your spinal movement. And then bring your spine to neutral. from here, I want you to lift your right leg, extend it behind you, and then bend your right leg so you're pressing the right heel toward the ceiling. Exactly. Yeah, like flex your right foot and press it toward the ceiling. So you're going to feel this in your right butt cheek, to be blunt, right? Okay, so we're flexing the right foot. We're pressing it toward the ceiling. Our spine is in extension. And now as you exhale, draw your right thigh toward your chest. Good. Curl it in. Inhale, press the right thigh or right foot toward the ceiling. So I'm on my mat, I'm pressing it up, contracting my right glute. Exhale, I'm using my abdominals to draw the right thigh toward my chest. Inhale, press the right sole of the foot to the ceiling. Exhale, slowly draw the right thigh towards the belly or chest. One more time, bring the right heel toward the ceiling. Hold here. And now extend the right leg so the right heel is pressing toward the back of the room. Make sure your hips are level. Lower belly pulling in, and then extend the left arm forward, finding balance. Okay, so really keeping the hips level, pressing the right hand and the left shin into the ground. And now from here, one more challenge. If you want, try opening the left arm a little bit to the left, right leg out to the right a little bit. So it's like a diagonal. Getting into the side seat. You'll feel this in the outside of the right leg, the right seat. Got to come back to center. Come back to hands and knees. And release. And maybe take a couple of cat-cows. Maybe you want to slide back to child's pose here. That might feel really good. 2 breaths to recover. And come meet me back at hands and knees. Hips are level. Spine is somewhat neutral. And now the left heel is going to press toward the ceiling. So starting with the left heel pressing up, squeezing the left glute. As you exhale, draw the left thigh towards your belly or chest, using your abdominals to control the movement. Inhale, press the left sole of the foot to the ceiling, toning the back of the body. Exhale, knee comes forward, slow and steady. Inhale, press the heel toward the ceiling. So it's real slow, it's real precise. And we're just warming up the gluteal, abdominal, core region. One more time, pressing the heel up. Pause here. Now extend the left heel, or the left leg. Heel reaches toward the back of the room. And now maybe extend the right arm forward. Find that long line. You can stay right here, pressing the left hand and the right shin down. Or maybe find that diagonal where you open your right arm to the right a little bit. The left leg opens to the left a little bit. Really toning the outside of the left seat. One more breath. Come back to center and release hands and knees. Good. Bring yourself back to neutral. Maybe take a child's pose. Probably feels pretty good. Awesome. From child's pose, interlace your hands behind your back. And find some release in the wrists. reach the arms back, forward. Glide forward to hands and knees, and we'll find our first downward facing dog. So as you come into your first downward facing dog, do the things that feel good. Body's nice and warm. So maybe it's pedaling the feet or shifting the hips from side to side. And really root down through your hands and find space around the shoulders and the neck. Yeah. On your next breath in, glide forward into plank pose. And find that connection to your core. So you can do this with your knees down if that feels more supportive. You can still feel the inner thighs lifting, the lower belly toning, and the hands pressing down. Good. Shift back, downward facing dog. Find that length in the spine. One more time, glide forward into plank, or hands and knees, or plank with the knees down. Good. If you're in plank pose or hands and knees, think about pressing your hands down and imagine that you were going to drag them back and find how that fires up the side body. Good. Nice. From here, lower all the way onto your belly with or without the knees, totally up to you. Rest your forehead, reach your arms back alongside your body, palms facing down. Press the tops of the feet down and the shins down. Lengthen and lift your upper body like you're going to fly off the mat. Okay, so we talk about this a lot, that the core is a 360 experience. So we got to do the back of the body too, the spine. So we're strengthening the spine here by lifting the upper body. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, and rest. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Turn your forehead to face the mat. And this time, bring your fingertips next to your chest. Good. Draw the elbows toward one another. So the elbows are bent and they're pulling toward your spine. Good. Now keeping the tops of the feet pressing into the ground, lengthen and lift your upper body just a little bit. So it's just a baby cobra. You're using the muscles in your spine, and you're going to keep drawing your elbows toward one another to keep that that drawing toward the midline of your body. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, rest. We'll meet in child's pose or puppy pose if that would feel good. So hips lifted or on the heels. Great. Inhale forward to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, walk the feet to the hands. And find a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. So feet are going to be a little bit wider than hips width. Knees are soft. Okay, just plugging the feet into the ground and feeling the whole back body stretch here. One more breath here. On your next breath in, find a halfway lift. Hands press into the thighs. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Come all the way up to standing. Arms extend all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, arms extend up. Let's add in a side body stretch here. So I'm just going to grab my left wrist with my right hand and stretch up and over to my right. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, back through center. Switch sides, up and over to the left now. So I'm just holding on to my right wrist. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. All the way down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So you can stay in down dog or hands and knees or child's pose, or you can move through your version of chaturanga. So you all know your options here. Everybody here. Yeah, so you take this practice where you need it. Okay, where you need more stillness and support, you find it. Where you need more movement, more heat building, you find it. After your next exhale, look forward between your hands. We're going to move the feet to the hands. So just moving through sun salutations or your version of this part of the practice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms extend upward. Exhale, fold forward, right into the next one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog or move through your chaturanga. As you make your way back to downward facing dog or hands and knees, we'll take 3 breaths. We'll do it again. After your next exhale, look forward between the hands, move the feet to the hands. So we're building more heat here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog or chaturanga or hands and knees. You decide. Remain in down dog for a couple of breaths. One more breath in. One more breath out. Look forward between your hands. Move your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bend your knees, sit back in chair pose. Arms can stay at your heart or they can extend toward the ceiling, your choice. So sitting with the weight into your heels, making sure you can see your toes, and maybe even finding that contraction of the inner thighs toward one another, as if you had a block between your inner thighs. Good, really nice. Spine is long. Inhale one more time. Exhale, fold forward. Straighten the legs, step the right foot back, drop the right shin to the ground. So coming into a low lunge. Hands stay down to start as you set up your legs. So we're coming into low lunge, but we're gonna really work on connecting to our core here. So when you feel like your legs are in the right place, go ahead and walk your hands up on top of your left thigh. And then from there, think about pressing the right shin into the ground and imagine dragging the right shin forward as you drag the left foot back. So they're not moving. We're talking about isometric contractions. Okay, that idea of drawing in and up. Now, when you've got that contraction, that connection to your legs, then you bring the arms up because your legs are going to support your upper body. So you're not resting or we're not resting on our joints here. It's like super active. We're thinking about dragging the left heel back and dragging the right knee forward, zipping up the inner thighs, lower belly, side body. Good. One more big breath in. Exhale, hands come down alongside your front foot. Now tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. So now you're in a low lunge, hands down, right fingertips stay down, open the left arm up. Good, now see if you can keep your hips level and find your twist in the spinal rotation. So you have to use your abdominal muscles here as well, especially the obliques, side body muscles. Imagine as you inhale that you're lengthening your spine, and as you exhale, you're using your obliques to twist the spine. Good, one more big breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Step back, downward facing dog or plank. If you're in plank pose, lower all the way onto the belly and come into a locust pose. So from your belly, lengthen and lift your upper and lower body. Arms reach back like jet wings. Good, toning the whole back of the body. Spine, glutes, legs, inner thighs draw toward one another. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, and rest. Find some recovery here. Good, and the next couple of breaths, let's meet back in downward facing dog. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Look forward between your hands, move your feet to your hands. So both feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to standing. Grab your right wrist, stretch up and over to the left, side body stretch. Inhale through center. Switch sides, side body stretch. Inhale through center. Hands to the heart. Bend your knees, chair pose. Sit back. Imagine that you have a block between your inner thighs that you're squeezing. Press your feet into the ground, lengthen your spine. Good, peek down, make sure you can see your toes. So your weight is in your heels here. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Good, and now the left leg steps back, lower the left shin to the ground. So now we do the other side. Find your low lunge. So keep the hands down until you get your legs where you want them to be. And then once you feel like your legs are in the right position, then you bring your hands on top of your right thigh. From there, you find that real connection to your core, that dragging of the left knee forward while you drag the right heel back. It's just, again, it's that like magnet feeling of them drawing toward one another and zipping up the inner thighs. Once you have that connection, then the arms come up. So your lower body is strong and connected, and it's supporting your upper body here. Good. So the core muscles all around are working together so that this posture is challenging. Okay, it's simple but challenging. One more big breath in with the arms extended. And then we sweep the arms forward to the ground. The left hand stays down. Let's tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. And now open the right arm up. Find your twist. Good. Now make sure the hips don't rock to the left. Keep them level. Keep the legs active. Keep the spine extending, and then find your rotation by using the abdominal muscles that we've already prepped for this. One more big breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down, step back, downward facing dog. Option to take a break here or move yourself through your chaturanga. Okay, so you do what you need to do to continue on. One more big breath in. Big breath out. From here, lift your right leg up into the air. So I'm going to hop back onto my mat so that I can offer a little bit of demo. One more big breath in with the right leg lifted. And then look forward between your hands and just step your right foot between your hands. So here we're going to keep our right, the right side of our upper body is going to stay on the right leg. Okay, so it's like glued. My hands are down on the ground. I'm going to lift my left inner thigh toward the ceiling. So my back leg is really active. And I want you to just for a moment think of that, what we did in the beginning, where we squeezed our thigh to our chest and we compressed our chest to our thigh. See how you can feel your lower belly working here? So it's a contraction. Okay, and then from here, you can keep your fingertips on the ground, or maybe try extending your arms forward. You're crunching, you're contracting your chest to your right thigh, and you're lifting your right thigh toward your chest. It's just a little bit different. One more big breath in. Exhale, hands come to the ground, or I'm actually going to use my blocks here, and now I'm just going to straighten my right thigh. So this should feel a whole lot better here. So drawing the right hip back, lengthening my upper body over my right thigh. Good. So finding pyramid pose. Really pressing the right foot into the ground, drawing the right heel back. Let's take 3 breaths here. Nice long spine. Getting into the right hamstring. Good. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Now, if your hands are on blocks, it might feel good to bring them up a little bit higher for this next posture. I'm going to bend into my right leg and get a little bit of momentum, and then I'm going to lift off and just lengthen my spine forward. Okay, so my upper body is just parallel to the ground. My left leg is pressing back. Okay, you can stay right here, lengthening the spine forward. Or if you want, you can take those Shiva squats that sometimes we do. So the Shiva squats are you bend your right leg and then you tuck the left knee behind the right knee, coming into a little bit of a squat. And then inhale and extend back out. So we'll just do 3 of those. Bend the knee, tucking in. Inhale, extending out. One more time, bending in. Inhale, extend out. And then finally, if you want, you can rotate the left hip open and maybe come right into a half moon here. Okay? 3 breaths. Whoop. One more breath in. And from here, bring the left hand down and let's step the left foot to the back of the mat and come into a straddle. Okay, so we really haven't done much hip opening here. So settle into a straddle. Okay, legs wide. Upper body folding forward. Good, really nice. Take 3 more breaths here. And one more breath in. One more breath out. Right, go ahead and walk your hands back towards your right leg. So back from where you came from. And this time, take your right foot out a little bit wider. Bring your hands on the inside of your right knee. Yeah, so just a couple breaths here in an active lizard. So hands are down, left heel is lifted now. So you can go ahead and swivel that left heel up if it's still down. Good, you're facing the front of your mat. And you're going to squeeze your right inner thigh towards your right upper arm, finding that inner thigh connection. Good. This time really inner thigh, outer thigh, both working here. Good. One more big breath in. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Good. Option 2, take child's pose or hands and knees, or if you want, move yourself through a chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog, and we're just going to finish off this standing sequence, and then we're going to take it down. From downward facing dog, left leg lifts up. And then the knee, let the knee open up. And then step the left foot between your hands. Keep your hands on either side of that front of the left leg, and let your chest compress into your left thigh. Now think about lifting your left thigh toward your chest as your chest compresses into your left thigh. So you're finding that it's kind of like what we did on our back, right? And then from here, consider if you could extend your arms forward and continue with that. It's like magnets. You want to think it's like a magnet of your chest pressing into your thigh and your thigh pressing into your chest, and your arms are reaching forward. So good. One more big breath in. Hands on the ground, straighten the front leg, find pyramid pose. It should feel pretty good. Yeah, hands on blocks are fantastic here. Yeah, so see if you can level out the hips a little bit and just find a nice release along the back of the left leg, left hamstring. Let's take one more big breath in. One more big breath out. From here, shift your weight into your left leg. Lift your right leg up. And just start with that lengthening of the spine forward, lengthening of the right heel back. Okay, it's just like what we do in extensions when we're on hands and knees. You can stay right here and get some really good core strengthening. If you want to add the Shiva squats, go ahead and bend that front knee. Tuck your right knee behind your left knee. Inhale, extend it back. 2 more times, slow and steady. On your own, you can do this. Yeah, really nice. Good. Nice. Next time your right leg extends back, decide if you want to stay here or if you want to open up your right hip into half moon. Good. If you're in half moon, hard flex with your right foot. Yes, that's it, Jessie. Good. One more big breath in. And bring yourself down. Step the right foot to the back of your mat and come into straddle. Should feel pretty good. Yeah, walk yourself over. Good, that's it. Couple breaths here. And from your straddle, lengthen your spine and just toe heel your feet in so they're a little bit wider than hips width. Turn the toes out and bend the knees, finding a goddess squat. So if you have your blocks handy and you want to pop them under you, you can even sit on them and kind of press your hands together and open up your knees. So with or without the blocks, totally up to you. If you're using the blocks, think about pressing your heels into the ground and opening up your inner thighs so that you're still firing up those inner thighs. Good. Spine is long. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're all going to find our way down to sit. Okay. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Okay. So you can decide whether you want to bring your heels right in close. That's going to be more inner thigh. Or if you bring your heels out a little bit further from your body, so it's more of a diamond, you'll get more outer thigh. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lengthen forward. So we did a lot of inner thighs, so probably getting into the outer thighs will feel pretty good here. So if you want to bring the heels a little bit further away, finding that diamond shape. Good. 3 more breaths here. Nice. Go ahead and lift your spine. Extend the legs out straight in front of you. Give them a nice shake. Yeah, you might have to rotate on your mat. We'll just take one forward fold with the legs extended. So as you inhale, get tall. Exhale, fold over the legs. So again, I always like to have my knees bent here a little bit. And sometimes I even like my feet to be not together, so wider. Yeah. Just feeling a nice release along the whole back of the body. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Go ahead and lift your upper body. Bend the knees and grab onto the back of your thighs and just ease yourself onto your back. So just kind of like helping yourself ease down. Yeah. Good. Bring the knees gently into your chest and just give a little bit of circling or rocking. So just continuing to transition into this more down-regulated part of class. We did a lot of fiery stuff today. So just continuing to soothe your body, coming out of forward folds. Good. Bring the feet to the ground, knees bent. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And then from here, drop your feet or tip your hips rather to the left until that right foot hits the ground. Yes. So it's a fallen figure 4. So so this is a little bit of spinal twist and a little bit of outer hip stretch. If fallen figure 4 doesn't do it for you, feel free to just take a spinal twist of your choice. Okay, so just offering a little variation. Arms can open up like a T here. So the right knee is pressing away from the body, which is allowing that outside of the right hip to get a little more stretch. And go ahead and uncross the legs and bring yourself back to center. And take a moment to come back to neutral and then cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Tip your hips to the right. Yeah. And then sometimes it even feels good to kind of, if you could reach your left foot with your right hand, you can kind of hold on to that foot or the ankle and press the left knee away from the upper body. Sometimes that helps. Totally up to you. So feel free to explore. One more breath in. One more breath out. Find your way back through center. And excuse me, from here we're going to find our way, excuse me, into our final relaxation posture. Okay, so traditional corpse pose, any sort of restorative posture, or seated meditation. We've got about 2 minutes. Finding stillness for 2 minutes here. And just allowing all of the work we did in our body to settle. And the next couple of breaths, consider deepening your breath. And then think about bringing a little bit of movement back into your body. We'll start to make our way back to seated as you feel ready. And we sit up nice and tall, completing our practice together. We bring our hands together at our heart, and together we fold forward, sealing in our yoga practice together. Namaste. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Enjoy the sunshine. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear my cat meowing from somewhere. So she must be stuck. I'm going to hop off and help her out. I'm like, there's like some sort of cat in distress situation going on here. But have a great weekend. I'll see you all soon.
Quick question. Could you, I'm not sure that I understood the fallen figure 4 correctly.
Oh, yes. I'll show you real quick. So I think it'll be easier to see if I do it facing you.
Okay.
So this is figure 4.
Uh-huh.
And this is fallen figure 4.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Figure 4, fallen figure 4.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And I don't know if Hope told you, but I found out with my doctor that I have to be really careful right now with any psoas stretches.
Okay.
I can do them laying down, but because I had it twice that I strained my psoas and it like threw out my whole back. And he and I figured out that it was like when I was doing the low lunges and such. It was
okay.
That muscle's just a little bit too tight for that now, and it's overstretching. Okay. So yeah, anytime you can offer alternatives to those things, or even just say like this stretches your psoas, then I can just
okay. Got it. I will cue it for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye.